Hey, riding side saddle. It is Lisa
And Tammy.
and
Mary.
and
Jess.
whoa, our back seat's full. We have not had 4 people in this vehicle. I think one other time we tried this with 4 people in a recording studio.
Yeah.
But this group, boy oh boy, we're in for it.
Hope you have time.
I'm in for it.
Right?
You're in for it.
This group is one of those small world stories.
Yeah,
Right?
it absolutely is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like a really windy. It's really windy.
Yeah.
So I met Mary through yoga. How many years?
Oh,
it's like
gosh.
3 or 4,
Yeah.
maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And you've all heard Mary before. I just love Mary. Mary's,
Yeah, how can you not?
She's a gem.
Oh,
she
a
is,
gem.
so sweet.
She's a gem, all right.
A gem.
she's a wild woman.
She is a wild woman. I love Mary.
You guys are so sweet.
We were talking before about spontaneous. You know, you want to go somewhere? Cool. I don't need to buy anything. I don't have to pack anything. I'll go to the airport and buy
Where are we
underwear
going?
when I get there. Yeah. I'll just stop home and get my passport.
Right.
And I'm on my way.
Right.
I don't need time to pack.
That's
Mary.
Mary.
Yes.
So I met Mary, and we were starting the podcast at the same time, and introduced Mary to Tammy. We started doing book club. We went through a couple of books together, and that was a lot of fun. Then, through our friend Lori,
Yeah.
who has also been on the podcast, she introduced us to Jess.
Yeah.
Through the nutrition work that she had
Right.
been doing.
Always forward.
Yes, always
Nutrition.
forward nutrition. So then, fast forward, always forward nutrition, grew
Yeah.
and expanded into CrossFit, right? So Jess actually has 2 businesses: the nutrition, always forward nutrition, and Aero CrossFit. Ironically,
This is so crazy.
It is
I
crazy.
know.
It's a windy road.
yeah, right?
Same destination.
That's right. Ironically, Mary also, because Mary does yoga, she also is in business doing yoga in the same building that Aero CrossFit is.
Right.
So,
And the Aero CrossFit just moved into their new space.
yes.
Right.
Yes. Like you guys kind of started up at almost the
same
same
time.
time.
Yeah.
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 And then more ironically, at your open house,
At Mary-
Lisa
in the
shows
same
up room.
At
And I
Mary's
didn't even know she
Yeah.
was in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like we could have
All of
like
us were in
reached
the
out
same
and
room.
tapped each other on the
Yes.
shoulder. That's how close
That's
we
what
were.
I forgot
Oh,
about.
I had
my
no
goodness.
idea.
Yeah.
We were just laying our flooring. We didn't even have the whole floor done.
There,
The rubber mats. It was. We made it work. That seems like a lifetime ago.
It really does, doesn't it? Yeah.
7 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just
Small world connections.
For sure.
absolutely. And
And then
we're-
at some point you realized that they both knew each other and you knew both of them
yes,
also.
it happened at the open house.
Oh, it was
type
at the
of
open
thing.
house.
Right,
Okay.
It did.
right. So, damn it. I can't remember what I was going to say.
Sorry.
That's okay. The fact that it is like this tiny little town
Yeah.
on top of it, right?
Right.
This is Random Lake, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
How many people population is Random Lake?
Oh gosh, I don't even know.
All I can think of is what Adele is, and I think random is double. So probably, I think it's 1510.
Okay.
I drive past the sign
I was
every
gonna
day.
say I see the
Okay.
sign every day. And
I think
have
it's
no
1510, but I'm not
so
sure.
1,510 people. Like, I don't go to Random Lake very often except to go to yoga or to go to CrossFit. And I'm like,
But you only just started those two things
I did.
within the last 7 months.
Right.
Yeah.
In even less than that, in fact. But I go into Random Lake and I'm like, oh, I should see what's down that road. Like, I only go as far as CrossFit or yoga. And the other day I did go down that road
No.
and it
And
is
you
literally
nothing.
It's the lake.
It's, yeah. That's,
It is a random lake.
yes.
How weird. There's a
literal
random lake in Random Lake.
That's it.
I didn't even know there was a lake in Random Lake.
That's
I guess
it.
I should have.
Yeah.
I mean,
You'll find it.
it's in the clue's in the name. I didn't even think about it though.
I don't even think you have to go very far. Like
Apparently, it's just down the road.
1,510 people.
Yeah.
It's
Don't quote me on that.
It's very little. So all of this windy road leads to a random place and a random lake. And yoga and CrossFit.
CrossFit and yoga.
Here we are.
Yeah. And here we are in the recording studio.
Right. In
Both of them jammed in the back seat.
and happy to be there.
Yeah.
On top of it.
I
And
wouldn't
it's
want it
not
any other
winter,
way.
so Mary's not freezing. I just flashed to her, in her coat, and we're like, "You can't swish, Mary."
Right.
Oh no!
Right.
So then she didn't
I
move
felt
because her
so-
coat was swishy. Yeah. So she was literally frozen, and then
that was- I
not just because
forgot.
she was cold, but also because she was afraid to move at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Lisa's a freak, and the noise of winter jackets. Oh man.
Oh, I would have
Like
to
nails on a
agree.
chalkboard.
Gosh.
Socks on a carpet.
Oh.
You take your socks off.
Because of the noise?
It's I don't know what
Is
it
it a
is. It's
feeling?
It's a
you feel
feeling.
it?
It's
Oh.
it's an everything. And same thing with hands on jeans. Like if you were to take your
Really?
hands and
Rub
the
it?
friction, I
Oh.
can't do it.
Oh.
Hands on jeans and feet on carpet. I don't know what it is. Nails on a chalkboard doesn't bother me one bit. You can do that all day.
Oh.
The fork on a plate, that doesn't bother me.
Oh, that's
It's
yeah,
much
that'll
like
get
that.
me.
Yeah.
that
Yep,
feeling
makes
that you
me
got.
Yeah.
a little twitchy.
Right there, huh?
Wow.
So I have one of those, and it's random, and isn't a situation that would happen very often.
Is it at the lake?
No.
It's random at
Is
the
it
lake?
random?
No,
Really?
it has to do with paper.
Oh.
Oh.
I can't put paper too close to my face because I envision myself getting a paper cut on my eye.
Oh.
And
Mary.
and
Why are
I
you
can
holding the left back?
I
Let
can
it go.
feel it.
It's not
Like
funny
you
at
can
all.
feel it?
Yeah, like I just I
It
panic
just freaks
about
you
it.
out.
Yeah,
Get
so
it away
I'm like,
from me. Get it away from me.
yeah, I have to keep it really far away from my eyes.
So when you're reading a book.
Well, there's a couple of reasons for that because I'm old and I can't see too. But like,
Oh my gosh.
I don't know
Wow.
why.
Well, what's yours, Tammy?
What's mine?
You've got to have one.
I'm sure I do. You know what really grates on my nerve is when bass is turned up too high. And I know, the
that's
kids,
it,
the cool
yeah.
kids love to do that. I was working at home today, and I could hear a neighbor's music, and it was just the bass, and it was driving me around the bend. And I'm thinking, I don't know who is doing that, and I know I'm being an old lady now, but I want to call the police and tell them they're being too noisy.
Noise complaint.
And I don't even know who it is, right?
Just drive down my street, please, and find
And
them.
I don't
Right.
think it's on my street. I think it's behind,
Oh, Lord,
and
that's really
block
loud.
behind us,
Yeah.
right?
That is a really distinct sound, though.
It is, and then I thought, Tammy, it's 2:00 in the afternoon. People can make noise. You're just gonna have to.
You're gonna have to be
gonna have
okay
to
with that.
manage,
Right.
right? And I'm thinking, if I have to do this all summer long, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can have people talking. I could have the TV on, the radio, none of that. I can still focus. In fact, sometimes I need that
Right.
noise so I can focus.
Right.
But that thumping, it really is it's like nails on a chalkboard for me. I hate it. I hate it.
Funny.
And it's the worst. I mean, that's bad because I don't know who it is, so I can't even be, knock on their
stop.
door. Yeah. But when you're driving and you're in traffic and somebody around you and you're you're stuck in traffic. You're not moving really.
Right.
And someone around you has it.
Yeah.
And are you kidding me?
Wow.
There
can't
is someone
stand
in
it.
Random Lake that will just
Yes.
drive back and forth on
Yeah.
The one
It's
road that
the one road I live on. Yeah.
The one road to the lake and away from the lake.
Right.
Yes.
Mary, you didn't
What's
share
yours?
yours.
Mine's kind of similar to yours, but not with a paper cut or anything. But I can't stand when you know when like if you're, I mean, no one really reads magazines anymore, but like when you have to like lick your finger to like move a piece of paper.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it. I don't know what it is.
To lick your
But,
finger
like,
to move paper.
Does that? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do people do that anymore?
Yeah,
I do.
Okay.
I'm sure. I bet even worse than that, I think is when people lick to count money.
Oh yeah, that's
gross.
gross.
Yeah.
That's just dirty.
That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
That's where you would need that little
They have a
little
little rubber
gummy
thing.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
They used to
there
have a
is-
little finger
so you don't
rubber.
have to lick
Yeah.
your finger.
I've
They
never
have that
heard
too,
of
but they
that.
also have a little
like a
dish,
stick thing.
yeah.
Yeah. I just remember, those things probably went away, but they had little finger rubbers for that.
Yeah.
Like you could put it on your finger.
Yes,
yeah.
I need
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And they have little nubbies on it.
Yes. Christmas
Uh-huh.
for your pleasure.
Right. Oh my goodness.
I think Mary's too young to know about the finger rubbers.
Well, I know
I'm
what I'm
finally
getting.
not the youngest in the room.
I know what I'm getting Mary for Christmas.
I know. I was like, I need these.
Oh my god.
Flavored. All different
Edible.
colors. How big is your finger?
What size do you need?
All right, we haven't even started,
I
and
know.
we're completely off the rails.
We are. Well, but you warned everybody. You're in for it. You warned us.
Yep. I'm even surprising myself, actually. So we knew that we were going to come together with this group of four for quite some time. I mean, we had to schedule it out. I think it was March when we were scheduling
Could
this.
be.
And said, yeah, June 6th sounds great.
Great.
Right?
Now it's June 6th.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And we're like, whoa,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
we're here.
But we didn't necessarily have a topic that
No.
we were planning for.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Which we always do, right? However, because I'm not a buy your undies in the airport type of girl,
Thank you for
been,
that.
you're welcome. It's been in the back of my head, right? Like, well, yeah, we will figure it out, but what are we going to talk about? And it did not actually come to me until earlier this week. So I'm doing CrossFit, 6 a.m. And I don't know.
Phenomenally, by the way.
Thank you. I don't know if you said it to me or if you said it to somebody else and I just heard you say it. But okay, CrossFit is fucking hard. And it was to me because at the end of the CrossFit on Tuesday, we were supposed to gather up a heavy thing and carry this effer heavy thing down to a particular bar and back. It's like 400 meters or something,
quarter
right?
mile.
Which is a quarter mile. I learned
that's-
today.
That's a ways.
So I'm new at this and I rely on the coaches, and Jess was the coach that day, and I'm like, all right, well, what do you think? What do you think I can carry as my heavy thing?
For a quarter of a mile.
Yes. And she's like, well, you could do these kettlebells. They're 26 pounds a piece. She said, but, God damn it.
I had to ask.
I should have just grabbed them and ran like with them. And she goes, I think you can do these, were they 32? 35.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, okay.
The yellow ones.
So that's 70 pounds.
I carried those fucking things.
For
A quarter of a mile.
Yes. I had to put them down
Wow.
like 4 and 5 times, and I was bitching aloud. Like, I was bitching to anybody who could ask me.
Whether they wanted to hear it or not.
Yes. And I brought those damn things back in, and I set them down. She said, see, you can do hard things.
Oh.
I'm going to cry right now, actually, because, like, that resonated with me. I mean, I was dead. Like,
Yeah, for
and that
sure.
was
No more.
that was
hard.
so hard.
And that was post-workout.
Yes, that was the last part
that
of the
was
workout.
Your, right.
Yes.
Icing on the cake.
Yes.
Surprise.
Cherry on top.
Yes. And yes, that in that moment, because of what I had just done, it did make me feel really proud of carrying those ridiculously heavy things. But it meant more to me in that moment, and it resonated deeper to me than just the kettlebells, right? I started to think about all of the hard things that we all do, like on the daily. And I thought this is our topic. This is our topic.
I love it.
I love it.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
it is.
I didn't realize how much I said that until you brought it up yesterday. And I have another Lori, not our Lori, who waits for me to say it's a beautiful thing to her every morning. And you don't realize the things that you say and how impactful they could be. And it's really cool to hear that. So thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely.
Because it is really cool from my side of the fence to watch you guys do hard things. And everybody's heart is different.
Yeah.
I mean, you had someone in there carrying a bench over their head.
Yes.
Like,
Oh my gosh.
wouldn't have even thought about that.
Yes.
But
Wow.
again, hard is different perceptions to everybody. And for you to feel that and to push you a little bit, that's amazing.
A little bit.
A lot of
I
it.
don't know. Lisa's face says more than a little.
70 pounds.
Don't minimize.
But you know what? Okay, it was super hard, but I did
But you
do
did
it.
it.
Did it.
I did
You
do
did
it.
it.
And that's what I'm going there for, right?
Right.
Because, I think I can do a certain amount, right? And I'm like, I don't want to hurt myself.
Right. I'll take 20 pounds, please.
Right.
Yeah.
And Jess has that, she's been watching for, I don't know how long I've been doing it, like 8 weeks or something. She's been watching and she knows and she's been recommending. So when she says, well, I'm going to stretch you, I'm like, all right. Like,
I'll trust you.
right. And I did do it. But, that's my point. Did I bitch about it? For sure. But I freaking did it.
You did it.
And that's a big deal.
Congratulations. That is a big deal.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
And soon you'll be doing 41s.
Oh,
Just in case you're wondering.
that's the next step.
Okay, look at her. She's like, okay, maybe.
I'm speechless.
There's always more.
Right now. Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. I love
Anyway, it made me really think about, like, if you think about the 4 women in this recording studio, and the hard things are all different, right?
Yeah.
Every one of those hard things are different, but we all do them. And I thought, what an opportunity it is to talk about. Like, the thing that made me think about it, honestly, was like the 2 of you starting your businesses separate, in the last year. And that's freaking hard. Like, that's something that I'm like, blows my socks off.
Yeah.
I don't even know where my socks are, so.
Well, they're not on the carpet. That's what I
Oh my gosh. It is pretty cool to say that we did that, right? And we do those hard things because never in a million years did I ever think I would ever do it. If you would have told me 5 years ago, I would have looked at you and been like, you have no idea who I am. Nope.
know. You don't know me.
You don't know my life.
Right.
No, there's just no way. But you continue to do hard things one day after one day after one day that turns into a month. And then you look back and you go, wow,
I did it.
I did it.
Right.
And then you make the bigger leap, and is it scary? I'm still scared shitless every week,
Yeah.
truthfully.
Right.
Because it's like, what am I afraid of, right? Everybody, y'all keep showing up, which is an incredible thing. And I'm so grateful for it. And it's still really scary.
So what are you afraid of?
Failure.
Is it like imposter syndrome type
Absolutely.
of thing? Okay.
I'm not busy enough. I'm not doing it right. I said that one thing to someone in the wrong way, and did I hurt their feelings? It's 2:00 in the morning, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot to message Tammy back. Those types of things, right?
see.
And not you necessarily, but
Right.
No, I know what you mean.
right.
Yeah.
it's just that constant, like, and then when you do have a moment, I don't know if you feel this way, Mary, when you have a moment to sit, you're like, well, what should you be doing? Imposter syndrome is never good enough, right?
Yeah.
Right.
that I think is what debilitates I don't want to say happiness, because I'm incredibly happy and full of joy in what I do. But it's draining.
But that's what makes
That'll
it
lead
hard,
to
right?
burnout.
The
Yeah.
noise.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I just want to like go into my brain and be like, stop it.
Right.
Like, you're
Right,
fine. It's
right.
okay. Do you feel that?
Yes, everything you said. And it's like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Like some days I feel really strong and really good, and I'm like, okay, I got so much done today.
Yep.
And it was great, and I can sit and be okay. And then there's other days where I'm like, I have to keep going, I have to keep creating, I have to keep doing all the things, and it is exhausting.
That word, creating. Yes.
Yeah. So it's exhausting, but it's the most, like, I don't know, it's the best exhausted I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
It's worth it. I will wake up at 2 a.m. and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to do this, or I need to email this person, or,
Yep.
all the things. But then I wake up at 6 with my coffee and I'm like, let's get after it. Let's
Here
keep
we
doing
are.
it. Like, I don't know, it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done. So I also, as scary and is this right for me? Like, is this my path? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this what God has for me? All those things constantly,
Yeah.
but it's so rewarding, and it's like all of that can settle when I don't know if that makes sense.
It does.
It does.
It absolutely makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I very firmly believe that you are where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. So if this wasn't for you, you wouldn't be there.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and like what you said, your people are showing up, and we have the same thing. I'm like in awe. There will be
Every
times
day.
where I'm like, why are you here? Like, why are the people here?
Yes.
Like, it's crazy.
And people look at you like,
Why wouldn't I
why
be here?
wouldn't I?
Right.
What a silly question. Why
Yeah.
are you asking yourself that?
Right.
Yeah.
And you can't answer it. I don't know why I'm asking you that question, but I don't know if you've been in a class where I'm like, look at all these people.
Yes, this week specifically. So I increased the number of days that I'm going, and I don't usually come on Thursdays.
Oh, was that our waitlist 6 a.m. class?
It
Oh,
really
wait
was.
list.
Yes.
Oh, my word.
And 5 a.m. was that full too.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I was like, okay, note to self, because I'm still learning shit, right?
And
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's like, where do they come from?
Yeah.
Right. There were
I know
so
where they
many
come
people.
from. I see them come in.
Yeah.
Right? But it's like, but y'all are not, you're not leaving. And I'm going to cry. It's just a really cool feeling to have somebody choose you
Yeah.
and stay.
Yeah. Oh,
Right? It's that like, I'm good enough.
Yeah.
And it has
wow.
nothing to do with, yes, CrossFit is awesome. I love CrossFit. Yoga is fucking hard, by the way.
Oh, yes, I know.
Oh my gosh.
Mary's
I'm over
yoga.
here shaking like a leaf.
Mary's yoga
I'm supposed to
is
be strong.
fucking hard.
It's such a good thing. I forgot what I was saying. I got sidetracked.
People coming and staying and choosing you.
Yeah.
And
Oh, it's got nothing to do with CrossFit. CrossFit is great. I love it. The methodology and all the nerd way that I could go down that path. But it's about the people that you build in your space.
Yeah.
And
It's that community.
It
yes. And I know that sometimes in business, my Achilles heel may be that I am not this. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not money motivated. I'm not. Obviously, you have to pay your bills and you want to make
Right.
it worth
Right.
something,
Absolutely.
right?
Right.
Financially, but.
Right.
I'm not this person that's like, we're going to do it this way and only this way. Check your boxes. If you show up late, you got to leave, right? It's about building the connection and realizing that people are people and people are human, and meeting them where they are and seeing them for what they're doing.
But isn't that where true success really
Yes.
lies? Like, if you were in it for only the profitability and the business aspect of it,
People see through that very, very
certainly
quickly.
do.
And they won't keep coming.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Because they don't feel valued.
right?
Yeah.
And
I'm
energetically,
just a dollar sign.
correct?
Yes.
Just
You're a
even
number.
energetically, that's why they're coming. that's why they're coming.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's an energy connection.
Yes.
I'm looking at both of you in the back seat. Like,
too, Leary.
in my rear view mirror.
Well, I have two things for you. So, one, because Jess and I had coffee this was a while ago, but it was just to like
Wintertime.
get to know each other, and because I was,
Because you're neighbors.
yeah,
Yes.
and
Business neighbors.
like hearing your story and where you came from and how you got to where you are now, it's incredible. Like,
Thank you.
and that you have wait lists and you have such a great community. Like, I can't,
Our people rock.
you know, it's like, whew, I could cry for you because it's incredible. Like where you came from and like where you are now, it's incredible. And also, I attended I was doing I did my very first CrossFit class last week, I think.
Yay!
Yes, so hard. I was on a rowing machine for the first time ever in my life.
Those are
So
fun.
hard.
They are fun.
But I love like you're cheering for everyone. You're cheering for everyone, and also everyone's cheering for everyone.
That.
And I was like, I feel so loved, and I don't even
That.
You don't even know those
everyone.
people.
Yeah, it
Right.
was really cool.
You're getting nucks from people you
Yes.
have no idea
Go
who
you,
they are.
girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, right,
Yoga
right.
teacher. Yeah.
But it goes to show your characteristics too, who you are and what you believe in your energy. Your energy meets that class too. Your energy meets that. And even in whatever line of work you're in, right? Whether you're walking into an office or you're going into outside on a construction project, or you can be a light. You have to choose to turn the light on though.
Right.
And you find where your light is dimmed and where it's brighter, but you can still have a light.
Absolutely.
And matching people's light isn't everybody's cup of tea, right? And that's okay. But understanding the power that you can have in that's why people still show up. And when we'll start to believe that, I don't know. Imposter syndrome, this is weird, right? I know that it is that. I refuse to do more research on it because I know that's what it is.
Yeah.
And that means I have to deal with it. Working on it.
That's not
right?
even actually that weird.
Right.
No,
I
it isn't
I
at
do
all.
that. I'm realizing, Jess, that you and I might have some of the same neuroses.
Yeah. We're not going to the airport without
I know.
us.
I was
no,
just
no,
thinking
no,
that.
no.
So me and Mary will meet you
Yeah.
somewhere because you two
Right.
need a long time to plan
We
a
need to
path,
plan it out.
and we'll just be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be
We'll just call you when we get on the plane. How's
Yeah,
that?
and
that
go
sounds
be on
great.
the beach.
Yeah.
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 In whatever you bought at the
At the airport. Right.
I'll have 4 swimsuits to pick from.
That's right. Me too.
After you've researched the appropriate colors
Right.
that the wildlife will stay away from.
Listen, I'm not proud of it all the time. Oh my goodness.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
It really does have to do with passion. Like we're talking about, energetic and connection and the light that you bring forward, and it has really to do with, I guess in my language, passion. God,
Uh-oh. Do you have a bug?
I think I got shit on by a bird.
Oh, no.
Tammy, do you
kidding.
remember? Look,
Yeah,
does this
I
look
do.
like shit?
That is bird poop for sure. You can do hard things, Lisa. Open the door and flick it off.
Do you know that that's good? That's a sign of good luck,
Do you know how many times I've been shit on by a bird in my
I
life?
don't.
A lot.
Many?
Many.
A lot. It happens to her a lot.
I have bad karma.
We might have to pause so you can open
Yeah,
the door.
because the door's gonna
It's
ring.
gonna ding. Yeah.
It's shit on me. God damn
We'll be
it.
right back.
I
Okay,
think
we're
that's
back.
a sign of good luck.
It's not.
Are you doesn't feel lucky.
Very much.
I think they say that because it's
To
so
make people-
awful, so it just makes you feel better. Oh, what good luck! You just got shit on.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah. It's a bunch of shit.
You're so lucky.
We should look up what the spiritual meaning of that is.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know what to say. We did say Like, okay, it's
Oh,
because
I'm in SOS mode. I can't.
because you all can't see exactly how this happened. We're pulled out of the garage and we have the windows open. It's beautiful outside.
Yeah.
It's like 72 degrees.
Yeah, it's just perfect.
You can hear the birds in the
Yeah.
background. Sounds great.
The tiniest of breezes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's almost like a perfect day.
it really is. Blue skies.
Yes.
This bird had to literally like just come swooping in and get its butt at exactly the right angle.
Yeah.
To
It's
get
not
it
like your
through.
arm was out the window.
No.
Your whole body was in the car.
Right.
Yeah.
And they just squirted it right out on me inside the vehicle.
I can't get over you saying that bird must have
It wasn't juicy. It was a hard bird turd.
Bird turd.
Bird turd. It was.
My dad used to say that all the time.
Oh my gosh.
That bird did a really hard thing. I have a mess. It's like on my shirt. It's on my back.
On your arm.
the
It's
back
on
of
your
my arm.
car.
Yes.
The inside of your car.
Yes, it's a mess.
Oh, Lisa.
All right. I have no idea what we were talking
I
about.
don't either.
It was something profound. I know.
Well,
It had to do with passion and the
Oh,
ripple effect
there you
and,
go.
you know, all of the things, right? And bird shit.
wow.
I can't, I just
don't
can't
know.
even.
I don't know if there's any coming back from this.
Does this have to be it? Is this the fucking end of the episode? Because bird shit?
No, it's not, because I do have, and it's, you guys are talking about such like wonderful, profound things, right? But what do you do when doing the hard thing is just too hard?
That's a really, really good point.
When you've been doing hard things for so long, that one more hard thing is not, it's no longer possible.
That's a really, really good point.
I think you have to validate that hard thing is going to push you over. And I think you have to stop.
Yeah. Recalibrate.
That doesn't mean stop forever, but I think it means I think you have to stop and look around and reevaluate where you are,
What's most important?
what's most important.
And maybe why is everything so hard? What's going on?
Yeah.
Like sometimes things like, you know, the universe is like, nope, you're learning the lesson. Not the lesson, you're learning all the lessons right now.
Right.
You've been messing around for too long. We're done playing. Now you're going to get it. And you're getting all of it. And it's just like, you know, every time you think you stand up, another thing.
Right.
And then you just, you know, figure that and then another thing. And sometimes there are seasons like that, right? But then when it's the everyday hard, where getting out of bed is hard.
Yeah.
And you do it, but it's hard.
Right.
Why is getting out of bed hard? Making real meals. That's hard. Why is that hard?
Yeah.
Self-care is hard. What's going on that is making it hard? Sometimes it's something really big and traumatic, and this is just the way it's going to be for a while.
Right.
Right? I feel like with that, you have something to point to, and you can say, well, getting out of bed is hard because that just happened.
Right.
Right?
But,
But
you're
when
saying
it's,
that
when it's the everyday thing where
Yeah.
you've just been grinding for so long that you just can't grind anymore.
Yeah.
Something's got to change. Something's got to give. But you have bills to pay.
right.
You have kids to feed. You have, right?
Right.
People have expectations of you. So perhaps that's where an evaluation of boundaries comes in.
Absolutely.
Why am I giving so much of myself
And
that just getting up is hard?
And so boundaries, yes, because that's the outward thing to say, you know, I see myself behaving in this manner. and whatever that is,
Right.
and I have to stop doing that, or I need to start doing this, right, to help get myself out of this place of many things are too hard. Living is too hard right now, right?
Right.
Living,
Right.
just actively living. The other part of it, even before boundaries, I guess what came to my mind might be beliefs.
Ooh, belief coding. Tell me more.
Well, there has to be beliefs behind the lack of boundaries to begin with, right? I have to do, this is something that I have to do. I'm a people pleaser.
Yeah.
As a woman, this is my responsibility. Fill in the blank. I'm just coming up with general things.
Sure.
I saw my mom do this. Like, this is how we do this.
Right.
I will allow myself to rest when this crazy bit of my life is back in order. I'm like,
But then something else comes in
I
because you don't
can't-
have any boundaries.
I can't let anybody see what a disaster my life looks like right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to kill myself working really hard to try to make it look appropriate. Right? So it's belief. There's beliefs before boundaries.
Yeah.
They drive the boundaries, I guess.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Wow.
All that from bird shit.
I have never thought of it that way. Or that way. I'll never look at the birds the same. Oh my goodness. Wow.
I had a family party once, and I was having a lot of anxiety about going. And I love family parties like this. It shouldn't
do.
be like 99% of the time. I'm excited to go. This one in particular, I was not. It's not that I didn't want to go. I did want to go, but I was anxious about what I thought might happen. And I was telling my husband, I'm so much anxiety about this. And he said, so don't go. And I said, no, you don't understand. I have to go. He said, no, you don't understand. You don't have to go.
Right.
You told yourself you have to go.
Right.
But you don't actually have to. Well, if I don't go, then this will, and then they'll say, and then that. And he's like,
And?
right.
Yeah.
But you still don't have to go.
Right.
If you want to go, we can go. But know that you're going because you want to go, not because you are meeting someone else's expectations.
Right.
I had a similar, almost word for word conversation with somebody at the chiropractor's office when I used to work there.
Where'd you work?
At Francis Chiropractic.
Oh, I didn't know
did?
that.
I did.
Nice.
I did. I ran their insurance for, oh gosh,
So
Dr. Dan.
love Dr. Dan. His daughter was in my class.
Oh,
Very
okay.
good friend.
Gosh.
I love it.
Yeah.
Look
That's
here we
crazy.
go.
Another
Yes.
one. Oh.
Yes.
Yes, so I worked there for.
You two were destined to meet too.
were.
This is crazy.
It is crazy. And Josie was her name, and she, another gem in the world. Very, very kind and sweet woman. We were talking about kids. She has 4 kids, young, about the same age as my kiddos, and she also has a special needs daughter who is just the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. But she does hard things every day.
Yeah.
Right? And her daughter had a couple of heart surgeries and just very hard things to go through. And she said that her perspective had changed through the years as she went through these things. And I don't remember what particular topic we were talking about, but it was something about a party or going somewhere. Halloween, Easter, going to see Santa, going to see the Easter Bunny, right? Whereas moms, we feel like we have to do these things, even though they stress us out
Right.
to no end.
Creating
And the kids,
memories.
too.
Right. And the kids.
Yeah.
They're not even having
Go
fun.
sit on Santa's lap and
Right.
stop your crying.
And cry.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Better smile. You know what I went through to do
And then
this?
you know what's going to be on your graduation slideshow? That picture.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like,
Right.
it's
Right.
it's this expectation of what everybody thinks you should be doing as a mom. And I was so overwhelmed with many things that were going on. This was a point where I was trying to figure out where my path was. I knew I loved Dr. Dan and I loved working there, but I knew that that wasn't my path.
Right.
And just going through some things, and she looked at me, and it's like she looked through my soul, and she was like, if it feels hard, don't do it. And that was it. And I looked at her and she goes, don't go. Who says you have to dye Easter eggs? Who says you have to, do all these things? You're the one saying you have to do it.
Right.
She goes, and if anybody else says it, they don't raise your kids. They don't live in your house. They don't feel the chaos. They don't feel the, all the things. But it was that simple. If it feels hard, don't do it.
So that's the exact opposite of we can do hard things.
Right.
So when do you...
That's interesting.
It is interesting. So when do you push yourself a little harder? Pick up those 35 35-pound kettlebells, right? Because you can do hard things.
I think, sorry.
Go ahead.
Yes, it's contradicting. Very contradicting when you just say the words. It's the feeling that follows.
I was going to say that. Yeah.
So when you do hard things and you feel accomplished and you feel proud and you feel like,
confident,
shit, I did this.
Strong.
Right. I'm going there.
Yes.
Right. I didn't go there to like not get stronger.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going there every morning, really early. Not every morning, but often
the
enough.
mornings when you go.
Yeah, it's freaking early, and I've like created space in my life to do this. So, yeah, is it hard? It is. It is really hard, but I want to do it. I'm seeing the results from it. I want to see where I can go with it, as opposed to a situation where, what am I going to get out of this? I don't do family parties and love them as much as you do, but is this going to fill me up? Am I going to be happy?
Or do I feel drained doing it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what you mean by too hard.
Yes.
I think it's the feeling.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the dialogue. It's the feeling that you get from the hard things, right?
Yeah.
Because someone could argue and say,
That's a big one.
hard is a perception.
It is.
A family party might feel hard to you, but not to Mary or not to me or whatever that thing is, right? Yoga might feel hard for us, but to Mary, it's like,
It fills
hey,
her
man,
up.
what's up?
Right.
Yeah.
Right? A beautiful thing to do, right? But everybody's hard. There'd be people that will never walk in a CrossFit gym,
Right.
right? I think it's we have to search for the feeling of the hard. It's not. I don't think it's just the thoughts. I don't know how to explain it. Does it make sense?
It's like a dread. Like I don't go into CrossFit dreading. I might be a little afraid,
Right.
but I'm not dreading it.
Sure.
Right.
Right.
Or does it create anxiety, frustration, depression?
Yeah.
So there's different kinds of hard is what you're saying.
Yeah. That's a really good clarification.
So do you guys remember, again, I apologize if it's repeat, but hard versus inconvenient? Have we talked about it?
I don't think
No.
we did.
So some people will look at the word hard and inconvenient as the same thing. They are 1000% different. Hard is that feeling of I can't get out of bed. I have no control over this situation. It's debilitating. It's making me sad, anxious, angry, whatever word you want to put in, right? Mostly negative things. Inconvenient is like, oh, shit, I forgot to put gas in my car this morning. I'm going to be 2 minutes late to work. You can accomplish that hard.
Right.
You can't change a loved one being diagnosed with cancer.
Right.
You can't bring somebody who you've lost back. You can't change those life-altering hard things. Those are hard things. The inconveniences of I forgot to go to the grocery store and now I don't have chicken or whatever the thing is. Big whoop, right? I have to go run a mile and I'm the slowest one in the class and I feel really sad about it, right? It's like whatever that thing is inconvenient in the moment, right? We're all going to be okay and put gas in our car and move on with our day. You can't take back the hard. So hard versus inconvenience, I think.
Yep. Thank you for that.
And I think that perception for everybody is going to be different.
It is.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
And that's okay.
Yeah, so now I'm thinking about the things that I've, made excuses.
Well, again,
But am I making excuses, and are they really even excuses, or is it hard, or is it inconvenient? Like now I'm thinking about things, right? Like which category do they really fall into?
make a pro-con.
Yeah.
Right.
Convenient hard.
Yeah.
Right.
I know that sounds cliche and it sounds
It's
No,
therapeutic.
but that's really effective, and then
Yeah.
it also gets it out of your head.
Yeah.
And it's on paper, so you can just see it.
I
right.
agree with that.
So I don't want to go to CrossFit today.
Right.
Is it because it's too hard, or
Right.
because it's inconvenient?
Right.
I didn't get any sleep for the last 2 nights because X, Y, or Z.
Right.
Now I don't want to go to CrossFit because it's too hard. Well, that might actually be too hard.
Right.
I don't want to go to CrossFit because it's cold out and I'm warm and snuggly. That's inconvenient.
Right.
Right.
Right. So interesting. I have to spend a little
Yeah, I'm
time
going to sit with that. Yeah.
And I think we don't have to go down this rabbit hole, but I think somebody who might have depression and anxiety, right? It's easy to look at somebody who is struggling with that and they're like, this is too hard.
Yeah.
I cannot do this.
Yes.
And as a person who isn't struggling with that, you're like, it's
What do you
easy.
mean?
What's the big deal?
Like
Yes.
just do this.
Yeah.
That's not that big of a deal.
Right.
But so to Jess's point, everybody's heart is very different.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This has been a fucking adventure.
We've been all over the map.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you warned everybody from the very beginning. You're in for it. I
This
think
is
we got
gonna
it
be
good.
One of my very favorite episodes of all time.
I think so too.
Thank you both for coming and talking with us about hard things and the hard things that you've done and helping us to delineate some of the differences, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to be sitting with this one for a bit,
I am
thinking
too.
about it.
It's a good exercise to do.
Yeah.
It is.
Write it down. Make a middle column if you're not
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
Put it in
Right.
the middle.
I love that.
I have one last thought.
Please.
So I was thinking about, obviously everyone's hard things are different. And I do love what you said about, is it inconvenient or is it different? Or is
Hard.
it inconvenient or is it hard? But I also think there are certain hard things, like the reward is worth going through the hard things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, like, there's a reward in doing the hard things, and it can feel so debilitating at times. You're like, oh my God, I can't do this. Or I'm on a rowing machine and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
I'm out of breath. This is very hard. But then after I got home and I was like, I feel so good.
Right.
And I want to go back.
Right.
Like that. So I think doing hard things, there's the reward to look forward to.
So I think that's really, really important, because when you're doing, and maybe this is what I was getting at, when you're grinding every day is hard, and you're not getting that reward ever, right?
Yeah.
You're grinding so hard for a paycheck, but what are you doing with your paycheck?
Yeah.
Right.
You're just getting by.
Right.
Like that doesn't feel fulfilling,
Right.
right? You're grinding really hard and you're just saving, and you're never giving yourself anything that you
Want.
need to feel.
Right.
Right. You right. You know, we hear about needs versus wants, right? Sometimes you have to get something on the want list.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, agree.
Otherwise, the grinding
Yeah.
becomes too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's relentless.
Yes. Yes. And everything feels like a slog. Everything is too hard. Now you're not getting out of bed. Because you haven't had anything that makes your life worth living. Right?
But then we feel guilt when we do it.
I know.
Or we feel, I could have done this.
Yeah.
Or I should have done We
Right.
should ourselves.
The most
Oh, boy.
Really?
Oh, no
Too
pun
soon.
intended.
Really?
Too soon,
Jessica. Too soon.
Don't look up.
Not with your mouth open,
No,
that's for
definitely
sure.
not with your mouth open.
I totally didn't mean to do that.
Probably not with your eyes open either.
Here we go.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we do.
But
we
you're
do
right. We
guilt
ruin
ourselves.
it by feeling guilty for taking care of ourselves, whatever that means.
Is that? Why? I think that's a topic for another day.
I think you're right.
I think it is.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you
All
both.
right, thanks, girls.
Love you so much.
This was a lot of fun.
Amazing. All the laughter.
Yes.
Oh.
All right. And thanks to Todd at Mind Garden Media for putting our podcast together. He does all the magical stuff behind the scenes, and it just shows up in the folder, and we do what we need to do from there. So
Thanks,
thank you
Todd.
for your hard work. If you'd like to put a podcast together, or you're just, thinking about it, want to bat some ideas around, reach out to Mind Garden Media. They're on Facebook. You can find them there.
You sure can. They'll help you out.
For sure.
Thank you also to our listeners.
Yes.
Continues to grow and grow. We appreciate you.
That's the reward.
It is.
Right?
It is.
Yeah. I had someone who I would not in a million years have thought was a listener stopped me not that long ago and said, I've been listening.
I love
And
that.
you said something, and
Oh.
he pointed to his heart.
Really?
And it was a man too. It wasn't
Wow.
even another woman. So, and this is somebody, again, I would never in a million years have thought he would be a listener.
There's the
It wasn't
reward.
Josh. In case anyone was wondering. It was not my husband.
There's the reward.
There is the reward, though, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Because this isn't easy all the time. This can be hard
It can be hard.
to
and
figure it out
we've
and
talked
to make
about
commitment to it.
Maybe is it time to hang it up? Maybe this is
Yeah.
too much. Maybe, right? And then you hear from somebody who you never thought, number one, would even tune in, and number two, would take something to heart like that.
Right.
Yeah,
I love it.
I do too. I would say his name, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to out him.
Right.
So, all right. All right. So, till next time then.
Bye.
Toodaloo.